have a panic attack. Which it seems to be doing okay. I think we're going to be okay. I think we're going to survive. I've created a new way to do all of this. Let's raise the audio there a little bit. Yeah, I've created a new way to do this because before I wanted to make sure that I could be involved with the chat with you guys. Let's see if it's going to update. Because if I can't see what you guys are chatting, then it doesn't really matter. There we go. Yes. So happy. Okay. Sweet. That's all that I needed. There it is. Perfect. I don't want to listen to myself. There we go. Thanks for joining. What I can't see is who is here. That's a little unfortunate. But at least I'll be able to see you guys chatting. Let's see if I can message Unbox with me. Do you guys like the new studio setup? And when I say studio, I mean my apartment. Ha! I think it's great. Natural light, carpet. I mean, we don't have carpet. We have like rugs, and it's not a giant glass fishbowl box. So at least the audio is a little bit better. I have this here for a very specific reason, so that the audio can be very clean for you guys. I have control over the internet as well, which is great. I never had problems at the office with the internet, but anyways, it's just a little, so you know where we are geographically. Got a bunch of these boxes. Very, very excited to open these with you. But first, I'm going to give a couple of minutes for everybody to join. I also figure out how to do this. Whoa, cool, huh? I'm learning Twitch. I'm learning OBS. I'm learning all the software. I can put a bunch of like stuff up and around here, like graphics and motion templates and all that stuff. So that's in the works. What I do want to remind you of, though, I have exciting news for this weekend. I'm interviewing Chef Derek at Scout. I'm doing a ton of work with them. Really excited for that interview because we jam insanely well, him and I. We agree on a lot of topics. We're able to bounce ideas off of each other in a cool way. There's talk of us doing a dinner coming up soon. I'm not 100% sure if that's actually going to happen, but we want to do a dinner where we just kind of like, we try to impress each other with food. And then we just sell tickets to a bunch of industry people so that industry people can come. And there's going to be another dinner open to the public, the foodies here in Seattle. So what I have here, this document that I'm showing you, is the Google form where you can submit your questions to Derek, and then I will answer them. He's lived all over the world. I'm really, really excited to interview him. But just as we're waiting for people to join the live stream, just a friendly little reminder that this form is available at justinkhanna.com/podcast. I don't know if I'm going to stream that recording live or not here on Twitch. I might do it just to get my hours up, and then you guys can hopefully maybe participate in the chat and get your questions answered live if you want. But that is going to be an episode where the YouTube video isn't going to be published if I do stream it live. I'll stream it live just to hang out with you folks. Maybe I'll even just do it simple on the iPad if it lets me do that, or just through like my normal webcam OBS style. We can just keep an eye on questions. But yeah, I'm gonna do a real hardcore. I mean, not hardcore, but just take the audio, edit it, and turn it into a podcast episode. So just a heads up that that is a thing, and that you can get your questions in there. I got a couple other of interviews that I'm gonna put on the calendar. One is with Albert from Seattle Edge Knife Sharpening. Super excited for that. And then another friend of mine, you guys might know him on Instagram, a cook named Matt Broussard. He lived in Seattle. We became friends. He moved to LA, hated it. So he was there for like 3 or 4 weeks. He texted me a couple days ago. We were actually texting this morning, and he's like, I'm moving back to Seattle. I was like, okay, well, I got to get you on the podcast and ask you about what your LA experience was like, because I've never been to LA. So just a heads up, some more podcast stuff in the works for you. We'll wait 1 more minute. I like to give a little 5-minute window for everybody to join, be respectful of everyone's time. if you're here and you have a question while we're waiting, here's your chance. Here's your 1 minute window. Sorry if that was loud. I'm drinking a cold brew. I started brewing cold brew again, even though it's cold and rainy in Seattle. It's not fun. I'm going to call this cup 2.5 of the day. It's not really my third cup, but yeah. Happy Friday. Does anybody have weekend plans? Are you guys working this weekend? Working. Oh, I was supposed to text Spencer that we're live. I'm so sorry. Here, I'm going to send that. He's such a goofball. He told me that his notifications aren't working and that I need to. I'm live. Boom. I can quit that. Okay. Mute that. Okay. Are there any guesses on the beginning of this unboxing journey? We're going to start it off. Are there any guesses as to what is in any of these packages? I'm going to show you without showing you the address. There's one. Guesses. This is the we'll call this the white bubble pack. Guesses for that. I want to know what you guys are thinking. This is the second one. This one is really interesting because not even I know what's inside this one. I have a theory, but it came from Connecticut, and I did not request anything from Connecticut. I have no idea where this is coming from, so I'm excited for that. And should I show you the third one? If I show you the third one, we have to open it right away because there's no guessing. Do you guys know these guys? I hope you know these guys. We're just gonna open that one first because there's so you need to post your guesses. Square, rectangle cardboard, and white box. What's inside? Let's start with this one. I know exactly what this is. I'm very, very excited for it. Only because I know what their price point is. And I got advertised from them on Instagram. And I'm really excited to hopefully do a video regarding what's inside of here. So... This is what the little cardboard insert says. If you can read that. Open me up. That's cute. I don't know if they actually do that for all of their products, but they're doing it for this. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so in your face right now. Okay. So a lot of fluff, not a ton of stuff. But okay. So this is a brand based out of San Francisco. Maybe you've gotten advertised to them on Instagram. They're called Brandless. So their story is they think there's too many logos, too many brands in this world. So what they ended up doing was coming up with this company where there's no logos on anything, even though they have their logo on the side of the box here, which I think is super interesting. But yeah, they wanted it to be minimal, clean. The coolest part about their stuff, though, I'm opening this first box here, is that all of their stuff is $3. That's their story. I'm gonna pull it up on the screen here. Oh no, I can do it like that. Boo. Okay, so you can check out their stuff right there. That is what their thing looks like. And as you can see, everything is... Oh, go away, little pop-up. There. So you can read a little bit about them right there. I'll leave that up on the screen for you to read while I'm opening this first one. Paring knife. It's made in China. Is my camera going to focus? That's the question. Anyways, yeah, really clean. It's like a matte finish. Can definitely tell that the the edges do not match up on the way that the handle is ground compared to the blade. But I mean, it's a full tang paring knife with a decent, it looks like a decent edge on it. It's real steel. Interesting. So I'm interested to see how some of their products fare up against more expensive stuff, because if you're using them for all your needs, they're definitely going to make profit off of like boxes of tissue or cleaning products or anything like that. This one is their steak knife. again, it's like IKEA. It's like IKEA stuff. Not even necessarily serrated bread knife. See, this is the interesting stuff. The fact that you can get a serrated bread knife for $3 is insane to me. And again, this is like, if you're a chef, oh, and it's got the scalloped edge on it too. I don't know why my camera's not focusing the way that I want it, but anyways, hopefully you can see this here. I'll zoom in so you guys can see it a little bit better. Perfect. Yeah, look at that. Scalloped edge. And it's ground. It's not just flat. It actually has an edge on it. That is crazy. This is really nice. Really impressed. I mean, for $3, maybe you can see there it doesn't exactly match up. Like the hole is bigger than the pin, but I mean, relatively grippy handle. I'm very impressed with this one, for sure. Has anybody tried brandless stuff before? I'm really excited to see their $3 chef knife. I'm definitely gonna do a video where there it is. I'm definitely gonna compare this to some other more expensive knives. And then I'm gonna give some of these away too, to you folks. Interesting, so cool. I mean, if any of you guys have seen like Chef Steps going to a thrift store and turning normal knives into steak knives video, this is why this stuff is so interesting to me. Oh, it's not all the way down to the heel. See, so I can modify this, and if the steel is good, this could definitely be like a really cool beater knife because the ergonomics feel really good in your hand. There's like a ridge right here that doesn't feel that good. But I mean, first impressions, man, $3 knife, no complaints. You can hopefully see why I also needed to make a full unboxing video because they sent me a lot of stuff, which I wasn't really expecting. So props to the guys at Brandless. What's this one? This is another bread knife with a tip guard on it. Definitely gonna have to give one of these away. I didn't check if that was a different. It's the same. It's the same knife. Okay. I want to give this one away right now. This because I have two, so I can test one. I'll send one of you guys a brandless knife if you want. Just comment that you want it. First person to comment what they ate for breakfast this morning can have a free knife. Another paring knife. Okay. Ooh. And I think this might be another chef knife. Yep. We'll leave that in the package. Maybe I'll gift that away too. And another steak knife. Thank you, Brandless. Really excited for that collaboration video and see how they stack up. All my knife review videos, I'm tending on them being very not objective. They will be subjective. I will give my opinion, but I want it to be. I really like the way that Perfection does his knife review videos, but they're very, very long. I like that my review videos are kind of like short and sweet and to the point, and they're snappy, and I just kind of get to my opinion as fast as possible. But let's see where kitchen supplies. Let's take a look at some of the other tools that they have. I would have liked to have seen the silicone spatula or one of their spoons. But yeah, you can see, I mean, the design isn't bad. And again, look at this. Stainless steel. Hand wash recommended. I mean, it's a stainless steel knife for $3. How can you beat $3? Italian Sausage wants the knife. It's all yours, man. And a French omelet. Dude, I should do a little French omelet video. Has everybody been following along with Alex French Guy Cooking's omelet fiasco with Jacques Pepin? Super awesome. Definitely, he made like French news. It was really interesting. Italian Sausage, send me a DM and I will hook you up with the with the $3 bread knife. Hopefully it serves you well. Anybody have a preference on the next two? What do you want to see next? I think we should go with the surprise one. Yeah, he's going to hit 1 million subscribers really soon. I don't know what he's at right now, but I'm really excited to see. Just update. I'm opening this one. The cardboard one. It's kind of scary. It's got like warning stickers all over it to not tamper with it. Yep. Yep. Oh my god, this is difficult. This is very, very difficult to open. What could it be? Oh, I'm opening it the wrong way. Oh yeah. Ha 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 ha. I did actually know this was coming. Sorry guys. Sorry for the Yep, no note there. So for you guys that don't know, my Victorinox video that I did with them is my highest viewed video on YouTube. So I got in touch with these guys, the Victorinox guys, and they sent me another one. So I want to do another giveaway of one of these guys. So yeah, that's that. Stay tuned for more information on that. I'm a little bit upset that I didn't know that it was coming. Good on Victorinox. All right, last bag. Opening. I'm really excited for this. I wanted to partner with these guys for a long time. So let's start with the big dogs. Burp. You guys know where I'm going with this? This has been one of my most clicked links because I track all the analytics when you guys click on my stuff. This has been one of my most clicked items on Kit and on Amazon. You guys love their stuff. I love their stuff. Let's get it out of the bag, shall we? Oh my god, it's so nice. I never actually have felt their stuff outside of the ones that I own. So this is a company called, and I have them up on the screen as well. Let's transition here real swift. Man, this setup is so good. Yeah, this company is called Get It Right. So let's go on their shop section. Sorry if I just dropped a few frames there. So yeah, this is Get It Right. They're a huge silicone manufacturing company. They make dope tools. They do Kickstarter sometimes. This is their, which one is this? Skinny mini spatula. Great if you have you have the station where you like really want to have it in your bane and then be able to like take it out. These I'm interested to see because this is great if you're a home cook and you're making pancakes for your fam on a Sunday morning, which I definitely do. This is called the Pro 2 Flip. I don't know if I will use this. I feel like this is a little bit it's too janky for me. Not janky, it's just too big, just too clunky. Do you know what I mean? This is useful though. This I feel so here, just for comparison, if you can maybe see, this is very thin, and you can maybe even see through the handle that it's very thin, it's very flexible, which is great. This is thicker, right? So I could actually like get some cooking done with this. This is the ultimate spatula. So this is like their signature. I told them to send me stuff in red for obvious reasons. They sent me another pack of the same ones. I told them I really wanted to do a giveaway to you guys. And then, oh man, this is the real reason why I reached out. Boom. Do you guys remember my big rant that I went on in a past video where I was talking about, where is it? Where is it? There we go. Got it. Do you guys remember a rant I went on when I said spoonulas are better than spatulas? I made them send me a spoonula. So, this is their mini one, for obvious reasons. Want to keep it tight on your station. This one's in blue. This one is in gray. They have a ton of different colors. Silicone's kind of fucked up on that one. Anyways. Yeah, super cool. Their attention to detail is great. I mean, even look, the chains on the two colors are different depending on the color of the spatula. Spatula plus spoon that does it all. Sharp edge for scraping and precise scooping. Perfect spoonula. Heat resistant up to 550 degrees. Easy to clean. Dishwasher safe. Nearly indestructible. Like I said, unibody design. Doesn't have a removable. It doesn't have a hinge. But what I did want to show you folks that I was actually really excited about is this. I want to figure out, and hopefully you can see this happening. So they do custom spatulas and custom tools because they work with silicone and they make almost all their own stuff. They'll make it so that their logo isn't here, but your logo is here. So what I reached out to them about originally, it was like, how do I do a custom spoonula for you guys and for us, basically, where it says TSD on the spoonula. I think that would be awesome. But the problem is they told me that they need the minimum order for it is 1,000 units. So I don't want to be sitting on hundreds and hundreds of spoonulas. So obviously when we get to a point when we can make something like that happen, I do want to do a custom one of these and be able to sell it to you guys. I would love to have like a justinkhanna.com/shop, and it just has dope custom stuff that only I work with brands with, basically, and I negotiate custom prices and custom looks and custom features on certain things. Another thing that happened to me really recently was I went into the Chrome store here in Seattle, and they just started making aprons. And they let me try on their first beta tested apron, and then they let me see the other one that they recently made. So cool. I mean, it's not super functional for chefs, but I can see a lot of really cool collaborations happening now that I'm getting a little bit larger and I'm growing. That's what I want to do with the influence. So, yeah, that'll do it for the unboxing. One of these, and a bunch of knives. That's the gist of it. I had a ton of. I've been dying to open these because they've been sitting in my house for a while. Hope you guys have enjoyed the little unboxing. Happy to hang out for a little while if you guys have any questions or anything you want to have me answer or chat about. Heads up with the videos I'm planning. There is Right in the Rain. We're going to do a little breakdown of what I like to write down when I first start in a kitchen. I think it's really, really important. Can bring a lot of value partnering with them on that video. I want to share with you guys tips on purees. A lot of you guys send me photos of your dishes where you have a puree in it and you're like, I want it to be smoother. I want my green puree to be more green. It's too loose. I want the consistency to be better. So I spent a lot of time making purees, and when you have a puree in your station in like a Michelin kitchen, a lot of times that is a big component of the dish. Like the fact that it is smooth and it is the right flavor and it is the right texture is really, really important. And I feel like there's a lot to be gained from learning that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm going to partner with these guys on. So I'm going to make a video all about basically how to make a 3 Michelin star puree and have it be smooth and consistent and that perfect puree thickness every single time, and how to adjust that. So I'm really excited for this video. But yeah, that's just a little heads up. Dreamcatcher asks, do I have any tips on going to apprentice interviews? It's your first year of culinary school. Yeah. So I'm going to start by first asking what your ambitions are and what kind of what kind of restaurants you're looking to interview at. So if you can answer that question while I go on a little bit of a rant, that'll help me answer your question more effectively. So, for everybody that doesn't know, I basically did like a little apprenticeship at Per Se in New York. My culinary school was 1 year of school. You have 6 months. It was like 4.5 months, but I did 6 months of real world experience. You choose an externship site, and then another year of school, and that was kind of like a 2.5 year program. So my philosophy when I went into school was, okay, the school part is already like taken care of. That's like very standardized. Everybody gets the same education. But for the apprenticeship, it was like the first time in my life where I could choose what I wanted to do with that experience and where I wanted to go. So I wanted to do that. Like, if the world is my oyster, I want to go to the best restaurant I can go to. And so I remember like the first 10 days of school, I like had it down pat in my head that I wanted to go to Alinea really bad. That was going to be my externship site, and it was going to be the place that I went, and I was going to spend 6 months there, and I was going to learn under Corinne Achatz, and it was going to be amazing. Because again, my ambition was that I wanted to have a 3 Michelin star restaurant in Chicago. That was like, when I started culinary school, that was my goal. So when you say going into apprentice interviews, you're going to be nervous, right? That's like that's already decided, but you can do things to set yourself up so that you feel more prepared for those apprenticeship interviews. And let me explain that a little bit further. The reason why I staged so much going into my first year of culinary school, remember, year of school, 6-month externship, second year of school. So that first year I staged as much as I could to make sure that when I did my stage, because I knew you had to stage at Alinea before they would give you an externship, I wanted to have as much experience and get all the butterflies out of my system and mess up as much as I could before I went to Alinea, so that when I went, I would feel not like a rock star, but I wouldn't have those initial mistakes being made. Does that make sense? So I still didn't get the externship. I still screwed up at Alinea, and it's funny that my plan B was Per Se, but it was. And the screw up at Alinea was actually the one that set me up for success to then crush it at Per Se, which was great. But my thing is, and hopefully my answer to you is, make sure that I would argue that you should go to a couple of interviews where you don't really want the job. If it's something that because that was my biggest thing, is that when I would go to these stages, I would preface all of it with, I want to do my externship with you guys. And what ended up happening was I would have a lot of those sit-down interviews with the chef de cuisine, and these questions would get asked of me. And it was like, I didn't really want the externship there, but because they were asking me these questions and I was forced to think through what my answers were, when it came time at Per Se to have that conversation with Eli Kaime, who was the chef de cuisine, I had answered that question like 3 or 4 times already. So it's like, I knew what to say, you know? So, and a lot of like startup people say this as well, is that if you want to get funding for your startup, don't go to an investor that you want first. Have a couple of like screw up pitches first. So it's like you can get all of that out of you first. So that would be my advice to you, is to try to get some interviews where it's like you have the freedom to mess up and you're not going to be completely devastated if you do screw up, because you never want the first time that you do it to be with the company that you want to be with. Hopefully that answers your question. Anybody else have anything I can help with? Another thing that I should probably, oh my God, I'm so sorry if that ruined your ears. I just started coaching, and I teased it in the Emulsion 60 podcast episode. So if you go here, this is my website, justinkhanna.com. Down here, there's a button called coaching. And I'm doing one-on-one coaching sessions. I'm really, really, really excited for this. I know a lot of you ask me questions through DMs. I know a lot of you send me emails, and it's great that I can send you responses, but I never feel like it's in depth enough, and I never feel like I can follow up on those and the advice that I'm giving, and I never feel like I have enough context to give you the answer that you need. So I'm able now to do 1-hour coaching sessions where you and I sit down one-on-one and we chat through whatever it is that you're dealing with. And I don't want it to be a substitute for culinary school. I don't want you to think that you can spend 40 hours with me, and it's going to make sure that you can get that, like, be a sous chef after that process. But I want it to be like a supplement to culinary school, right? So it's like, or your first job. So it's like, yes, you are paying for culinary school, but then you also have a coach to take you through that. What does writing that first resume look like? What does that first day on the job look like? You do have that line cook job, but you want to get promoted to sous chef. What does that process look like? Negotiating your salary, proving your value to not just your boss, but all the other people around you. Like, how do you get respect in a kitchen? All these things that I've had to deal with and navigate, and I feel really good about it now. Like, I feel like I can not only do it myself in the kitchens that I'm working with now, but as I'm starting to build up this next thing, how can I scale it and help you guys? Yeah, that's a little quickie update on coaching as well. Obviously, I'm not going to stop giving advice, and I'm always open to your guys' questions, but just a way that I can go deeper with you guys and provide more value than just a little quick DM answer. But that's that. Who's got another question? We've been streaming for 31 minutes. I want more time. More time. I don't know where I'm at on Twitch this month, but we need those 8 hours, people. Nice. Dreamcatcher is from Denmark. He has places like Cadeau, AOC, and Hotel Dange Leterre in mind. Cadeau I've heard great things about. AOC I've also heard great things about. I haven't heard of anything good or bad about the hotel, but that's exciting. Cadeau is great. The food looks great. I haven't eaten at any of the places, but I have some friends who have worked at Cadeau. I have some friends who have eaten at AOC, so that's really exciting, man. I am very, very excited for you, and I hope that you get it. Again, go to a place like Geist, or go to a Mass, or go to, a place that's still going to put the pressure on you, so you feel like you have to work for it, and it's going to feel a little bit more intimidating, so that when you do sit down at Cadeau for that interview, or you do step into the kitchen at AOC, that you feel comfortable. You're like, because I've been through worse than this. Do you know what I mean? I wish I could show me. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Yeah. Such a fool. So this is how I'm doing it right now, if you guys are unfamiliar. I got the iPad. Look at that. Inception. The iPad with the chat open. And then all the other peripherals are plugged into the computer. And then my laptop doesn't explode, because I'm trying to stream video and record video at the same time. What's another update I can give to you folks? For everyone that didn't catch it at the beginning, I have a interview coming up this weekend with Derek, Chef Derek. Very, very excited about that. Again, JustinKhanna.com/podcast. You can get your questions in, and I can answer for him. I can answer your questions to him if you're interested. His space is also the one where I'm going to be doing a couple of DoD episodes, so I'm very, very excited about that. You guys busy this weekend? Who has plans this weekend? And what's another video idea I could do with these spatulas? Because obviously I want to give all these away, but what's a cool video idea I could do with some of them? Maybe with the ultimate spatula. Where's that one? This one. A cool video idea with this one, whether it's a tutorial or like qualities to look for in a spatula. I really, really like the design of these. But yeah. The other thing I was thinking about the other day is I should I should play Mario Kart on Twitch. That's what I was thinking about. Play Mario Kart for you guys. S. Dunnison, can I ask Derek about how he defines Pacific Northwest cuisine? Yes, I would love to ask that question, because we had a really heated back and forth when I first met him about Pacific Northwest cuisine. Not that we were like butting heads, but that we were both like ranting about it. So that's a really good question. I'm actually going to write that down in my questions to him because, man, am I super opinionated about that stuff. Derek podcast from S. Dunnison. Define PNW cuisine. And it's funny because his restaurant is called Scout PNW. So it's all about Pacific Northwest cuisine, which I think is fascinating. Italian Sausage has a mountain biking race. That's dope. Where are you located, Italian Sausage? I was researching a YouTuber who does a bunch of mountain biking stuff. And he was saying that the Pacific Northwest is like the haven, British Columbia specifically, for mountain biking. I thought that was really interesting. I'm too scared to do that stuff. It's like ripping down a trail on a mountain bike. Haven't tried it. Oh, the thing I was going to ask you guys is has anybody watched any Chef's Table pastry episodes? That's what I want to know. I haven't started it yet, but I really want to. I haven't even seen any reviews on it yet. Is it good or bad? Does anybody have an opinion? Has anybody seen any of it yet? I'm really excited to get into it. I don't know if I'm going to have time this weekend. I'm about to go to another shoot after this, but I really, really want to. Oh, you're near San Francisco. That's dope. I really want to watch it, but I want to know if you guys have any opinions or if you've seen any episodes yet. Let me know. I know that there was a bunch of deep controversy because Christina Tosi was the only female on the pastry series. That was, I mean, again, you guys know how I feel about that chat. I want to learn all these Twitch features. Who else can I help? Any other questions? Anybody seen Chef's Table Pastry? Was I disappointed that they were doing pastry chefs? No. I think that there should be a series like that. It's really smart to do a series like that because all the pastry chefs I've talked to have talked about, like, it's a dying thing. It's, like, not super economical to have a pastry chef in your restaurant anymore. And so the fact that, I mean, I don't think that a show like Chef's Table Pastry can, like, bring new life into the industry, but at least it's going to serve as a piece of history. Like, we're going to be able to look back at Chef's Table. I mean, it can go either way, right? Like, there can be this huge sweep back in the direction of, like, restaurants need pastry chefs again, or it can go the other way and they all die out. But at least we'll have this moment where we can be like, we all held pastry chefs up on this pedestal. I don't think it's ever going to die. There was this article that I bookmarked into covering on the Emulsion in 2 weeks, all about Eric Anderson at Qua in San Francisco, saying he says fine dining is never going to die. I definitely think that's true. I just think it's going to start to get more and more niche as the consumer palate starts to develop. And I have no doubt in maybe like 3 or 4 years, we're going to go through this thing where elaborate, crazy desserts are going to be a thing again. I think it's really underrated. But again, as the Jeannie Kwan, who is now not at Oriole anymore in Chicago, her and her boyfriend Tim left, she said, it's the first thing to be given away. It's the last thing that the guest is going to see. And you only have a couple of opportunities to impress that person because they're already full after all the savory food. So it's tough. It's tough. I have a certainly huge appreciation for it. But again, that goes back to the point I made on the podcast the other day about you shouldn't cook for people like me. You should not cook for people like A Life Worth Eating. You should not cook for the Michelin Guide. You can, and there are benefits to doing that. But, I mean, I had my date night dinner last night, and I asked for a bunch of feedback, and it was not from those people. It was from the people who want more affordable food, who want more accessible food, who are more interested in the conversation that's happening at the table than the food itself. And that's just a reality. And you can either whine about it and be pissed off that that's the case, or you can realize it and then run with it. And that's what I'm more or less interested in paying attention to. So, no, I'm not disappointed at all that they're doing Pastry Chefs. I'm excited about it, and I hope that it lives up to some of the other seasons. I know there's a couple of seasons of couple episodes of Chef's Table that I wasn't necessarily impressed with. It was a little bit too romantic, but that's his style. That's his style, and until someone gives us another kind of food porn television, that's what we have to deal with. And I'm happy Netflix gives him the freedom to do those kinds of things. What's my emoji today? No, I don't feel like that. This is my emoji today. Boop. Okay, guys, I'm going to wrap it up real swift here. Unless anybody has any other questions. I appreciate you guys hanging out. I appreciate the appreciate your patience with these semi-long, drawn-out Twitch live streams. I like that you guys hang out with me. I love the one about the monk. That was really good. Because it was different, right? It was like she is a professional cook in that her job is to cook for people. But it's so different than a restaurant chef, like a lot of the other restaurant chefs that they talk about. And the cool part about it is that restaurant chefs like Eric Ripert respect the shit out of her. And part of it is because Eric Ripert is a monk, and that's not a monk, a Buddhist, and that's just how he thinks about life. But it was cinematically beautiful. It reminded me of the first time that I went to Japan. The first time I went to Japan was also my first trip to Asia, and it was just like I was blown away by the beauty and the aesthetic and the mindset that a lot of people have. And I grew up as a kid wanting to decorate my room with Oriental stuff, like stuff from China and Japan and Korea. I just thought I love the aesthetic. So that's part of the reason why I really, really liked that episode. The food was also really cool. I mean, again, I don't really know how if you have a Korean palate, it's going to affect you differently to taste her food probably. For me, it would just be like a expression of simplicity and clarity and clean flavors. I mean, when she talks about like poaching things in cherry blossom liquid or whatever, really, really interesting. Like, I don't play with those delicate flavors as much in my food, but I love that episode. So I'm really, really excited to see Chef's Table Pastry. Would you guys be interested in a stream where we watch it together sometime this weekend? I think that could be a cool way to spend some time together. I know I can't show it on the screen, but I could be watching it on my TV or on my iPad or on my laptop. Maybe not on my laptop. I'll probably watch it on the TV. And then we can just hang out in the chat and see together. What day works? Do you guys want to do Sunday? Let me see what my calendar looks like on Sunday. Sunday, I'm recording the podcast. Oh my God, I'm so busy this weekend. I'm recording the podcast, and then I have a dinner, but I could do like afternoon. If you guys want to do afternoon on Sunday, does that work for everybody? If we do like 2 p.m., I'm going to quit this so that the frames stop dropping. Sorry if everybody didn't hear that. So what I'm thinking is Sunday, same time, same place, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Oh, you're Eastern Time. Damn. I mean, that's fine. You can come and watch. I'll set it up. Here's what I'll do. I'll set it up so that you can essentially, I'll give like a 5-minute buffer like I normally do on the live stream to let everybody join. And during that time, you can queue up Chef's Table Pastry on your whatever device you're watching on. And then you can have both windows playing side by side where it's like my reaction and everybody's chat coupled with, I'll actually record it on Twitch where it's like, I'll set it up very similar to like this. But what I'll do is I'll zoom this up. So it looks like that kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Where half of it is my face and my reaction, and then the other half is the chat on this side. On this side of the screen will be the chat. And I can do that now that I'm I'm learning about Twitch. And then, yeah, that sounds like a good time. Let's do it. I'll plan that event out so you guys can have that in your calendar. But yeah, that sounds like a good time. We'll watch Chef's Table Pastry Sunday, 2 p.m. Sounds great. Look at us. Look at us. We're like all living in the same 4-bedroom apartment together. We're gonna have a little Netflix and chill party. I'm excited. Thanks for planning out live streams with me, guys. I'm gonna put that on my calendar so I don't forget. Let's see, Twitch live stream, Twitch, and chill. Boom. Okay, it's on my calendar. We're doing it from like 2 o'clock until like 3:30. We'll maybe watch like 1 or 2 episodes. We'll see how the hangout goes and what everybody's feeling. Okay, it's set. It's on the calendar. Anything else, guys? Anything else? Sergeant Gutbuster, where's your stage on Sunday? I want to know where you're gonna be, and wish you some luck, because that's exciting. It's exciting. Anybody else? What questions or suggestions for upcoming live streams? I'm enjoying these unboxing hangout live streams with you guys. Small pastry shop in Ontario. That's awesome. Are you nervous or are you excited? I want to do a Canadian meetup. There's so many of you in Canada. And there's also so many of you in Australia as well. I told you guys I was going to Minneapolis, right? You're terrified? That's so sad. Oh, Italian sausage. Sorry for not answering that question. What do I have to do to become a Twitch partner? So, a little update on Twitch. I am currently a channel on Twitch, I guess that I would say. There's 2 levels, right? So there's, I'm a channel. I'm like down here. 1 step up is a Twitch affiliate, and then 1 step up from that is a Twitch partner. Twitch partner is like insanity. I have to stream 25 hours per month. 25 hours per month. That's almost an hour a day. No, I'm not going to do that. I don't have the time. I don't have the audience for that to make sense. I would not be able to publish any videos on YouTube. I would not be cooking the way that I'm cooking. Yeah, I am going to do one where I cook. Next week, hopefully on Thursday, I'm going to be publishing one where we spend a little bit of time in the kitchen with me. But that needs to be hashed out a little bit more before I make it a thing. I need to do a test to make sure that it's actually realistic. Yes, I would love to do 25 hours worth of cooking. I want it to be effective and valuable, not just me showing. I mean, yes, there is value in that, just hanging out in the kitchen. But I need to find a balance where it's like I'm providing a ton of value and it's respecting your time, but at the same time, it's satisfying Twitch's needs. So the place that I'm trying to hit, and when I talk about all this time that I'm streaming, is I want to be a Twitch affiliate. So that allows it so that, like you, Italian Sausage, yep, when I get to affiliate, you can then subscribe to me. So any of you that have Twitch Prime, and it looks like Italian Sausage is the only one. If any of you guys have, if you go in your Twitch settings, you can sign up for Twitch Prime. I don't know where we're at right now, but we're getting close. We're getting very close to being a Twitch affiliate. And then you guys can support me for absolutely free. And that's awesome. So we're getting there. We're slowly getting there. Almost an hour on this live stream, so that's great. Just like filling up a bucket. Just trying to fill up this content live streaming bucket for Twitch. But yeah, that's what I'm working for. That's why I'm doing all these unboxings. That's why the emulsion is there. That's why I'm going to start cooking on there. It's exciting. Sergeant Gutbuster, I know you're terrified, but good luck at your stage. Italian Sausage, keep tuning in so that we can get these hours in for the live streams. And if you guys have any questions for Derek, please go to the Google form and input your questions for him. That's all I got. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to catch you guys in the next live stream, which is going to be on Sunday. Almost forgot. Hope you guys are excited to watch Chef's Table Pastry together, as promised. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Have a good rest of your weekend. Adios, adios, adios.